This is a lecture on fonts and which ones you basically should not use in my class. I've got a list of them. You are welcome to use them in other classes, on your own personal stuff, in your emails, whatever, but don't use them in my class, and I'll explain a couple of reasons why. Font choices matter. You can tell the difference in the vibe on these two examples. So this is my current list of forbidden fonts, the ones that I don't want you to use in my class. There's different reasons for different ones. Comic Sans, there are websites dedicated to the problems with Comic Sans. Chalkboard looks a lot like it. Apple Chancery is it's just a bad font. It's really, really ugly. It's almost like supposed to be script, but the letters don't match up. So there's all kinds of weird things going on. Handwriting fonts, they'll usually say hand after them. Bradley Hand is considered the Comic Sans of handwritten typefaces. If you need something to be handwritten, then write it with your hand and scan that in. That would be my suggestion. Courier, where's Courier? Courier's on there. So that's monospaced, meaning that every one of the letters has the same width space. So you can see that the I has a lot of space around it. It's got the same amount of space around it as like the W does. And it's useful for things when somebody's typing up something and each letter has to be in its own box or something like that. But for regular uses, there's no reason that it should be in there. Regular good fonts have spacing for each of the letters that makes it look right. Zapfino is a script font. We're going to talk in a second about script fonts and some of the problems. Some of these are just, they're called decorative fonts. Papyrus, don't get me started. Actually, do get me started, because we're gonna talk extensively about that. There's gonna be a video you're gonna watch. Okay, so let's go over some of these things. The Comic Sans debate. So we are not going to be setting body type, which is like paragraphs of text. There have been studies done that say that Comic Sans, something about the shapes of the letters make it easier for people who suffer with certain reading disabilities or difficulties to be able to differentiate the letters, and it makes it easier for them to read. Whatever, okay? If you want to change whatever stuff you have to read to Comic Sans so you can read it better, that's fine. You do you. We're not going to be doing any body text here. We're only going to be doing some kind of display text. So just don't worry, this debate does not apply to us. All right, so I'm going to show you some examples of fonts gone wrong, or fonts used in the wrong situations. So this is real life, all right, that was found online. So this is a funeral services place, a list of their services written in Comic Sans, which makes absolutely no sense at all. Comic Sans was originally created in the 70s, 80s? I can't remember when, a while ago, to mimic the fonts the handwritten fonts that have been used in comic books, which was absolutely fine. If you're going to use it for those purposes, then that's probably okay. You should probably do it in all caps if you're doing it that way. But what happened was it got shipped with everything Microsoft. So anybody who got Microsoft Word back in the day had access to Comic Sans. And so anybody that wanted to set something so that it looked, approachable would use Comic Sans, and it started getting used for all kinds of crazy reasons. All right, here's an example. This is jury summons that I got years and years ago. I wasn't going to do jury duty. I had a good excuse. I think I had a kid at home or something. So you go on their website, you pick the reason that you're not going to do jury duty, that you're allowed to get out of it, and you scroll down, and it gives you a little place at the bottom to check I agree or I disagree. And it's written in Comic Sans. I mean, this is like a legal document thing, right? Okay. there's a video that's going to be right after probably where I've got all of these slides posted on Blackboard that you need to watch, because some of the answers from the exercise that you have to do are in this video. So be sure that you go and watch that. It's a really, really great video. If you can read that, it says, be careful with script fonts. They're just notoriously very difficult to read, and some are worse than others. With a font, you need to make sure that readability is in the forefront. Okay, you may have a font that is perfect for whatever vibe you're trying to get across or whatever theme you're dealing with, but if your audience can't read it, then it doesn't matter how fabulous it is for your theme. All right, you need to make sure that people can read whatever it is you're needing them to read. Every time you stretch a font somewhere, a designer cries. If you need a font that is short and stubby, then go find a font that is short and stubby, because our eyes are drawn to, if you look at this image right here, our eyes are immediately drawn to where it says stretch, and not drawn to it in a good way, drawn to it in a cringy way. So don't stretch fonts, please. All right, so this is the list. It will also be just as a PDF. It's going to be posted somewhere on Blackboard. Don't use these and make my head explode.